Reefs are underwater structures made from calcium carbonate secreted by corals. Coral reefs are colonies of tiny animals found in marine waters that contain few nutrients. Almost all corals are colonial organisms. This means that they are made of hundreds to hundreds of thousands of individual animals, called polyps. The polyps belongs to a group of animals known as Cnidaria, which also includes sea anemones, jellyfish, and jellyfish. Unlike sea anemones, coral polyps secrete hard carbonate exoskeletons, which support and protect their bodies. Coral reef development is optimum where sea temperatures are warm. Corals also prefer clean and clear oceanic waters, so are not often found near rivers, where fresh water and sediment from the land flows into the sea. Most of the coral reefs we can see today were formed after the last glacial period, when melting ice caused the sea level to rise and flood the continental shelves. This means that most modern coral reefs are less than 10,000 years old.
Reefs are estimated to cover 284 square kilometers, just under 0.1% of the ocean's surface area. There are 37 species of skeleton corals identified in such harsh environment around Larak Island. Deep-water coral can exist at greater depths and colder temperatures at much higher latitudes, as far north as Norway. Although deep-water corals can form reefs, very little is known about them. Coral reefs are rare along the west coast of the Americas and Africa, due primarily to upwelling and strong cold coastal currents that reduce water temperatures in these areas, respectively the Peru, Benguela, and Canary streams. Corals are seldom found along the coastline of South Asia, from the eastern tip of India, Chennai, to the Bangladesh and Myanmar borders, as well as along the coast of northeast South American Bangladesh, due to the fresh water released from the Amazon and Ganges rivers, respectively.
Coral reefs form some of the most important ecosystems in the world. They provide a wide variety of marine habitats that make the home to many living organisms. Fishes, algae, seabirds, sponges, jellyfish, worms, crustaceans, mollusks, starfish, sea turtles, and sea snakes are just some examples of the huge variety of species that live in coral reefs. Some of these species feed directly from the corals, while others eat on algae from the reefs. Despite the fact that there are animals living in coral reefs, other animals, especially dolphins, visit them to feed on the species that live there. Coral reefs can also serve as hideouts to organisms. Nighttime predators such as cardinal fish and squirrelfish use the corals to hide during the day, while damselfish, surgeonfish, and parrotfish hide from eels and sharks. Corals are constantly at risk of being invaded by algae. Overfishing and nutrient supply from onshore can make algae able to kill corals. The algal population consists of turf algae, coronial algae, and macroalgae. Sponges are necessary for the ecosystem in the coral function. Algae and corals in coral reefs produce organic material. It is filtered through sponges, which convert this organic material into small particles, which in turn are absorbed by algae and corals. Over 4,000 species of fish inhabit coral reefs. Healthy reefs can cause the birth of almost 35 tons of fish per square kilometer each year, but damaged reefs produce much less. Sea urchins, dromidae, and sea slugs eat seaweed. Some species of sea urchins can play an essential part in preventing algae from overrunning reefs. Coral reef systems provide important habitats for seabird species. Some of them are endangered. Each seabird has specific spaces on the reef where they nest. Herons, gannets, pelicans, and boobies feed on reef fish.
The most obvious threats for the corals are about events that result in massive releases of oil or chemicals into the reef environment. The regular release of chemicals, sediments of an unnatural origin, operation spills of fuels and lubricants can have ecologically significant effects. For example, adult corals may appear healthy, but their reproductive psychology may be affected, so they don't produce viable young corals. Also, the strength of coral skeleton may be compromised because they incorporate less limestone into their structure. Well-managed tourism can be a strong ally to the coral reefs due to the operations that raise awareness of the importance of them. It enables visitors to see and appreciate the wonder and diversity of coral reefs. They also have a powerful commercial incentive so that the reefs they use are not degraded. Tourism can be a threat, but it has the long-term potential for sustainable development and employment benefits to the communities in tropical coastal regions. The challenge is to learn effective management so that the measures necessary to protect the environment are recognized and factored into the costs of establishing and continuing tourism operations.
Coral reefs are colonies of tiny animals found in marine waters that contain few nutrients.
Well-managed tourism can be a strong ally to the coral reefs due to the operations that raise awareness of the importance of them. It enables
are constantly in risk of being invaded by algae.
Coral reefs are estimated to cover 284 square kilometers, just under 0.1% of the ocean's surface. Ok, assim não consigo.
Coral reefs are colonies of tiny
Eu
animals.
tem que ir cagar.
Coral reefs are underwater. Importas-te.
The most obvious threats for the coral reefs are about events that result in massive releases of
Coral
Reefs are underwater structures made from calcium carbonate secreted by corals. I couldn't aguento, né?